market flannel and a pair of Wrangler jeans. If you know what I mean. He's got a pair of old boots, he's kicked every rock down the street. Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, he wants to be a cowboy. Yeah, he calls himself a redneck Sid. He's just looking for adventure, picking fights with the neighbor kids. Yeah, he dreams about the outlaws, 6 shooters and spitting blue, starting fires in his front lawn. You can tell he's not fitting in.
Howdy Campers to another episode of Nat Camp. I am Zach Veo, your camp supervisor, and this is a wonderful actual play podcast where we play Dungeons and Dragons set in the wonderful Nat Camp. Our adventurers are the camp counselors of said camp, which is a mystical, wonderful, amazing summer camp set in the D&D world, where there's a multitude of fighting, adventure, encounters, all that good stuff, like kind of the smallest amount of responsibility. So so let's move forward with some introductions. Tyson, if you'd like to start.
I am Tyson Sunsmo, aka Tired Stumbles, and I play Telly Musiki, the Satyr Bard.
I am Ben Lasser. I play Boney, the half-orc paladin.
I'm Danny Phillips, and I play Poppy, and she is a human nature wizard.
And I'm Jared Natsky. I'm playing Malcolm Ferrison, who is a mountain dwarf monk.
Awesome. And then just a quick thank you to all of our patrons, as well as everybody who donated to our Indiegogo, which is now over, but I thank you all the same. All the contributions really go a long way with helping us kind of keep this afloat, keep this going, and help us kind of put forth the best material that we can for you. So thank you very much for that. And without further ado, we'll jump into it. So just a quick recap. Last time, our adventurers, our campers, our supervisors were able to successfully drop off Breezy at the camp that he was supposed to go to, which is Camp and Roll on the other side of the lake. They were able to find a dragon egg in a nearby cave, and then everybody eventually succumbed to the lake water and ingesting it.
Everyone except
everybody except
the one guy you all thought was gonna do it. You know what first called your asses.
Awesome. Yeah, and then we kind of completed the first day, quote unquote day of camp here. So we'll kickstart it in the morning. You all wake up, and it's the second day of camp. You all wake up in your respective cabins, and you just kind of start going about your day. Telly, we'll start with you. You wake up, you're not feeling awesome. Carrying over from last session, you do have a point of exhaustion that is kind of working against you right now. The lake water really hit you the hardest. But you wake up, you kind of go over to your belongings, and you start kind of ruffling through to find what you need to kind of take for the day. And I'll let you kind of take that away.
Yeah, so there's a dresser in my igloo, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll go over, open the top drawer where I assume I dumped all my clothes first night, like I was in a hurry. And I'm gonna kind of dig through and find a bottle of lorazepam, and look at it for a little bit. And then grab a change of clothes, shut the dresser, put on new clothes, and lay back in bed.
Awesome. So you lay back in bed. It's cold. Surprisingly warm in your igloo, but you can just hear kind of like the howling tundra wind coming from the opening of your igloo. And you start to hear Ophelia and Caroline, your two campers, kind of start to wake up and get their things together for the day, but you just kind of roll yourself back into the blankets, just kind of not feeling so awesome. And then we'll jump. Oh, sorry, go on.
Full burrito it, like blanket over my head.
Yeah, just total great. And then we'll jump to Boney. Boney, how's your morning going?
I'm groggy, waking up, not used to being suspended in the air. So I'm gonna open my. Is it a tent or a still cabin suspended in the air?
So there's a door to your cabin that opens up into this kind of suspended world. So you're in a tent that's in this weirdly forever expanding mountainous zone, and there's a door that leads to Nat Camp, essentially.
Okay. I'm probably gonna open the door, forget I'm suspended in midair, slip and fall on my face a bit.
Yeah. So you open up you zip open your tent and you take a step outside. You realize how high up you are, and you just kind of like that fluttering in your chest, in your heart, the top side of your stomach, and you just kind of barely catch yourself, but stumble over on your way to the door there.
Oh, good thing that the ground's usually so high up for me. Okay. Elias, Reagan, dudes up?
Yeah, we're up.
Okay, dude, and do that. Today is the day for adventure. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I mean, what do we have is there anything that we need to do like right away, or are we just what's on the agenda here?
Well, first, obviously, we gotta eat, because, you can't adventure on an empty stomach, and I think I have something you two are going to enjoy. Hey, Elias, you're a, what we call a ranger, right, little dude?
Well, I want to be a ranger, and there's there's classes that you can take and stuff like that. I'm totally doing it.
Nice, dude. It's nice to know what you want in this world. Pursue what makes you happy. That's what the grazing mustangs teach us. But let's say if I gave you a track, would you be able to figure out where it came from?
I mean, I could do my best. I'm, probably pretty good at that. I can try. I've been reading a lot of books, so I can, probably do it.
Nice. Okay, dude. I think I know what we're doing. Reagan, this is more of a tracking day. Seems like. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. I got my, I got some books. I got a notebook. Feeling pretty good to go.
Awesome. Well, hey, listen. I will be there. I'll be there to keep you safe. Nothing bad will happen on this adventure. But if something bad happens on this adventure, Elias, you protect Reagan. Reagan, you protect Elias, and I can handle myself. Not that anything bad's gonna happen, but if something bad happens, you guys focus on getting out of there. I'm a giant orc. I can take care of myself. Got it?
Okay.
Sweet. And I point down to the mess hall with my campers.
Awesome. So you head out of your cabin. Poppy, how's your morning going?
My morning is going great. I would like to approach my lovely campers.
Biff and Gif, awesome. Yep, you approach them. You guys are out of the hammocks in your desert oasis, and they're filling up on some water right now. And they see you approach. What would you like to do?
Biff and Gif, would you guys go and search for some red mushrooms for me?
Like here? Do they grow in the sand, or is it like?
No. Go roam the camp and find that for me.
We thought you'd never ask. Let's go. And they just kind of beeline it for the door, and they take off towards the door. Are you following suit? Are you hanging back? What are you doing while they do that?
So, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna kind of watch over them, but keep a bit of a distance.
Okay. Yep. So you kind of keep a bit of a distance. You keep them within eyesight, much like a parent at a playground. You just keep like a a constant gaze, but you don't really care what they're doing. Awesome. So you guys had to do that. And Malcolm, how is your morning going?
Malcolm's gonna pop out of bed at 4:30 a.m. and address his campers.
Fantastic. You pop out of bed. Jude and Enos are not stoked for the early rise, but you have their attention.
Good morning, children. This morning we are going to practice tracking skills. I'm going to go hide in the forest, and you're gonna find me. And you can't have breakfast until you find me. Okay. Going. Bye. And he runs out the door.
And Enos looks to Jude and is like, "Look, I can probably keep up with him running, but I have no idea what the hell I'm doing with tracking. I don't even know what the first start." And Jude kind of has this little bag of books and starts rifling through. She's like, I have one right here. Let's go. And she pulls a book out and exits the cabin while you just like sprint for the tree line, essentially, in the wee hours of the morning. And you actually notice Malcolm, Theresa, who is the camp cleric. She is just kind of hanging out. It looks like she's having a morning cup of tea just in the entrance of her little cabin church thing. It's like kind of tucked in the trees there. And she just kind of watches you and kind of chuckles as you sprint for the tree line. And very soon after, your two campers follow suit, with Jude kind of directing Enos how best to kind of go about this. How are you hiding in this scenario?
He's just gonna kind of try to find some thick trees and just kind of maybe like go up a little bit into the tree, not super high, but just kind of like out of sight.
Yeah. Are you trying super hard to not be found, or are you just kind of like, this is like take it easy on make it, or how difficult do you want this to be?
I think medium hard.
Like a medium hard? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So it's as you kind of would expect. Enos is, although very soon after you, like on your trail, as soon as you kind of scurry up a tree and, kind of get out of sight, she is trying more physically than mentally to find you, just kind of all over the place. And Jude, who has this book, she's kind of flipping through it very quickly, skimming the book. She's able to kind of pick up on some hints, like in the morning dew where your footprints have been left, and like some broken branches and stuff like that. So the two of them, it takes them like probably a solid hour to really find you, but they do successfully after that time. And it just kind of like pointing out, just like, all right, can we go back to bed? It's so early.
You found me, but you gave away your position, giving me an opportunity to fight back, and you should have tried to. Well, had this been real, you should have attempted to sneak up on me and end my life before, I saw you. So technically, you found me, but you didn't do so great.
All right. Well, what is not doing so great get us?
3/4 of a breakfast.
You know what? That's better than nothing.
All right, let's fall
And
out.
they just kind of, they just start to mosey their way to the mess hall at this point. Early or late enough in the morning for the rest of you to, kind of get up. And as you exit your cabins, as you exit your cabins, you hear kind of like this thaumaturgy sound. It's not through any like speakers or anything. It's like this magical loud noise being made. It's the morning kind of wake up call trumpet of Karaki, who is echoing across the camp saying, "All right, campers, it's time for breakfast, and then we'll go over today's activities." All right, I'll see you soon. And it cuts out as you all kind of make your way to the mess hall. Telly, how long are you staying in a burrito?
Like through breakfast. Like, I don't know if the girls are checking on me. I'm staying in bed.
Yeah, so as it like you kind of hear that, you're able to hear that announcement, and Ophelia and Coraline kind of poke their heads in your little igloos like, we're kind of hungry, so we're gonna go get some food. Are you coming?
I'm good. You guys go. If anyone asks, we're learning about caterpillars.
Okay. I think we're getting. Okay. All right. We'll see you soon then.
Have fun. Bye.
Okay. They just kind of back up and exit the cabin.
I bunch up tighter, like a tight ass cocoon.
You just really pull it in. Awesome. So, mess hall. It's as you'd expect. There's just kind of one big long table for everybody to sit at. Olaf, who is the head chef, has kind of this spread of eggs and toast for everybody. Pretty basic, but super easy to make. And there's an assortment of like kind of condiments to go with that.
Did Biff and Giff find any mushrooms?
Oh shoot, that's right. Yep. Here, let me.
I need my mushrooms.
You need your mushrooms. Okay. So Biff runs up to you and has a bunch of red plants, none of which seem like mushrooms, which is slightly alarming. But Giff comes up. He doesn't have nearly as much as Biff has, but he does have like 2.5, kind of maybe broke off in his hands or something, like 2.5 like little red mushrooms for you. He's like, so what are these for?
Biff, you're an idiot.
Boom. Got it! Roasted.
Giff, good job. And mind your own business, though.
Nobody likes a sucker.
Oh, okay.
And then, can I check to see if they're red amanita mushrooms?
Yeah. Here, let me.
Secretly, Pop wants to grow one size and jump on a turtle. That's really the point of all this.
That is always the goal.
Here we go!
I was gonna say be nice to your kids, but oddly enough, they may need to come down in confidence.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yes, like I guess of the 2.5 mushrooms that you acquired, the 2 full ones are what you were looking for, and the half it's kind of too mushed up and broken for you to really know what it is. So you essentially have 2 ones.
I will gladly accept those and put them in my pocket.
Great. So you kind of tuck those away, and they're just like, "Oh, all right. Can we go get some food?" And then, without even waiting for you to say anything, they're just like, "Oh my god, I'm so hungry," and they just make their way to the mess hall.
Beautiful.
Are you going to get breakfast, Poppy? Like
yes.
with everybody? Okay, cool. So everybody's there, aside from Telly. You all notice that Telly is the only absent one of pretty much everybody at the camp eating breakfast. And Theresa is also not present, but you can imagine she's just kind of in her little cabin space. And yeah, so yeah, so you all sorry, geez, all over the place. You all eat your breakfast. You're feeling good. Is all of you who were poisoned, aside from Telly at this point, you're feeling a lot better. Post yesterday with the unfortunate lake water incidents. You're feeling good though. You're rested up. You're all at full HP. You all got your spell slots back and all that good stuff.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
When we're eating, can I sit next to Karaki and see if I can initiate some conversation?
Oh, for sure. So you sit next to Karaki, and she just kind of sits down, and almost as soon as she gets her food, it's like gone. She like inhales it. It like gets sit down in front of her. She's like, "Thanks, Olaf," and then just like, and it's all. She just eats it all.
Okay, dude, not gonna lie, I'm impressed. I thought I was the quickest eater here, but wow.
Well, on the road, you learn to eat pretty quick.
Oh, are you from on the road?
No, I'm not from on the road, but I've done my fair share of bits of adventuring here and there. So you kind of old habits die hard, as they say.
Oh, dude, I used to adventure too. In fact, I'm gonna start speaking in Orcish now because we're both orcs.
Yep.
And when I speak in Orcish, I'm like, dude, I sound more like this. Like, hey, sorry, sorry if my accent's a little off. It's been a minute. Hey, act like we're still talking about the road and such, but quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Did they tell you why me and the other three are here?
Well, everybody's kind of got their own, and this is also in Orcish. Yeah. For those of you like Poppy and Malcolm, I mean, it's kind of loud. Everybody's talking amongst themselves. And although you notice Boney and Karaki speaking, you can't, one, really hear all too much, and two, you don't understand what they're saying. Unless one of you speaks Orcish that I don't know of. But
it's mostly just grumbling.
Yeah.
It's basically, it sounds like we're choking on our food. It's not a beautiful language.
And she looks at you and she says, well, everybody here kind of has their own reasons, their own story. So you tend not to think a whole lot of it unless somebody wants to talk about it. So, I mean, I don't know what necessarily pulled you guys in so hard, but the fact that you guys already knew each other and everything like that, that's the kind of spirit that we like around here. So I'm glad you guys are here.
Well, I'm all about spirit. You obviously have a lot of spirit. I'm still impressed by your food eating feat, by the way, but here's the thing that kind of worries me about this camp. So we died. And Edith and Jonathan are the ones who sponsored our return. And, I'm thankful for not being dead. Glad I can be here. Glad I can meet you. My campers seem pretty cool, but I've been taught my whole life not to trust, and I say this in common because this is a term I was taught in common, the man. Sorry, I'm not sure if that term translates to Orcish or not. It means a lot in the church, but as much as I want to trust them, they cared enough to spend all those diamonds to bring us back, but they don't want to actually see us. I'm just confused what's going on. Is this what's going on in this camp? It just seems weird to me.
It's not that they don't want to see you. They just spend their time away from the camp when it's active, and then in the off season, when it's all theirs to do with as as they want because they kind of own the place, they come back and just kind of enjoy that time. I'm sure. I mean, they're very affluential people, so I'm sure their reasoning was good. They probably saw something in you or from your experiences that uh, you know they believe that you guys were a good fit. So that's not to say you necessarily have to stay after this year. Um, please don't leave. But if they think that you're a good fit here, then I follow suit.
You're very chill about the idea of death. I appreciate that. A lot of my friends are still rattled.
Yeah, you know what they say about certain experiences. Once you experience something a handful of times, you kind of get used to it. So,
Wait, you've died too?
oh no, not me.
Oh wow, I was like, whoa. Like, I thought I was more experienced. Like, if you've died multiple times, like, holy crap. Like,
No, not me, just from past experiences.
okay, I'm gonna switch back to common, mostly because only does the weird stuff is the like controversial stuff is over, and also because it's easier in my throat. But okay, do that. Thanks, and yeah, let us know if you need anything. And serious, and I'm gonna look at her, try to eat my food as quicker than she did.
Okay, yeah. You do. I mean, you do essentially. You're like huge, so your
I'm
mouth.
twice as big as she is, bro.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like some eggs and toast. It's not like you're trying to scarf down like a lasagna here.
Mhm.
So you do so very quickly. Oh, okay, good for you. Nice, awesome. Alrighty, it looks like everybody else also seems to be finishing up, and she kind of stands up. It's like, alrighty, everybody. It looks like just about everybody's present. So today we're doing some special activities. So all of the supervisors here, and I'll catch Telly up after. We're gonna be heading out, doing some specific activities per group. You get to choose. So there's a couple things. There's canoeing. There's hiking. There's rock climbing and foraging, which are all super fun things, all the outdoorsy camp related stuff. So each supervisor or each counselor, will have their little kiddos with them on one of those things, and you guys get to choose. You get a little bit of time after breakfast, a little bit of downtime to wake the rest of the way up, make a decision, and talk to your campers about what they might want to do, and all that good stuff. So if you'll excuse me, I got some paperwork to do, and I wish you all the best day. Just let me know once you've decided on the thing that you want to do, and we'll get you hooked right up with the equipment for it. All right. And she just kind of exits the mess hall and heads back to her cabin. And with that, it kind of opens up. So what are you guys wanting to do? Actually, yeah, here really quickly, Boney, Poppy, and Malcolm, what do you guys, what's like kind of your first instinct with this newfound little bit of downtime to decide or do whatever you want?
I want to meet with Telly to discuss how to move forward with the dragon egg situation.
Okay. So you start heading that way. Boney and Malcolm?
Our options were canoeing, rock climbing, foraging, and what else?
Hiking.
Hiking. Honestly, of those, rock climbing probably sounds the most fun to Boney, but he probably wants to hear what his campers have to say. Also, at some other point, I want to talk with the other party members about, because I'm interested in the dragon too, and I've got a tracker, so first I want to talk to them, and then if nothing comes from there, probably rock climbing, but I'll see what my campers have to say.
Okay, cool. So you kind of make your way to gather your campers. And Malcolm, what's your first kind of action post breakfast?
Oh, well, foraging is an important survival skill, so of course he's going to make his campers go foraging.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, so you kind of make your way to Jude and Enos to go have that conversation. We'll quickly jump to Telly. You're just cinched down, burritoed up. All of a sudden, you hear a knock through the Arctic wind, and the door opens.
As it opens, I want to be like, you see, girls, given enough time in complete isolation, a caterpillar comes out brand new. And then I pull the blankets down, revealing that I changed clothes, and I turn to force a smile at the girls.
You turn expecting to see the girls, and Karaki has entered your cabin, and she's like, oh, gives you like a little clap. It's like, it's very creative.
Yes. It's hands-on nature facts. I thought it would be fun.
It's an excellent lesson. I'm just thought I'd swing by. You seem to be the only one not at breakfast this morning.
I intermittent fast, so you won't see me at breakfast much, probably.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's super cool. You know, the more you know here, I'm glad. Kudos, keep it up. And you can expect, I guess, when do you kind of sit down for your meal then?
Like when I'm feeling it, I just kind of do what my body tells me, I guess. So.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, just go with the flow. I get it. Awesome. Cool. Well,
yeah.
I just wanted to let you know you kind of get some options today as far as what to do with your campers. There's a little bit of free time right now for everybody to decide or do whatever you want to do. But you know, you do have some options between, you know, canoeing, hiking, foraging, or rock climbing. So whatever you want to do with your campers, just once you make the decision, let me know and we'll get you all hooked up. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds great. Thanks.
Great. All right. Well, I'm gonna get going. Just let me know once you guys have made a decision. And she, you know, kind of collects herself, turns right around, seemingly unfazed by the cold. She's just trudging through the snow, no issue. She gets to the front door to the cabin, opens it up. Poppy, you see Karaki exit the cabin as you kind of go to reach for the handle. And she's like, "Oh, he's just inside. He's like a caterpillar turned like butterfly. Very creative, super cool. Ask him about it." And she just kind of
I don't know what that means. Okay. I'll go in, and I'm not a fan of the cold. I am very not at ease.
Yeah, I mean, your body is experiencing some very extreme changes in climate, from you sleeping in a desert to, you know, kind of jumping into this high humid camp setting and then back into an Arctic tundra. So you're not feeling awesome as far as the weather is concerned. But you enter either way.
Oh, cool. I guess we just walk into anyone's space anytime we want at this camp. That's great. Thanks.
I don't like how cold it is in here. Do you have a sweatshirt?
Yeah, top drawer.
Okay, I will take that and put it on.
Okay.
I want to go see about the dragon. Can we do that?
Yeah, that actually makes it kind of easier because our kids can watch themselves. I feel like we should go rock climbing and then check that cave out again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but we should probably talk to the others to see if they know how to get through that shield that's around it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. I feel like Malcolm would be a good person.
I don't like him very much, though.
I know, but he is smarter than me. I hate to admit it, but he seems to have a larger.
He poses.
I don't get that vibe, but he might just like be too alpha. He might dominate me. I don't know. Not in like a weird way, but like his presence is very overpowering at times.
That's a weird way.
Yeah, I don't know. He makes prolonged eye contact, and I kind of back down every time, which is weird because I think 2 feet on this guy. I don't know. I'll roll out of bed, but like I'm slumped over quite a bit, so I want to grab that walking stick, and I'm bracing I'm bracing myself on it a bit more than usual.
Yeah. So you grab your walking stick. It feels a little bit different. Like it's almost harder than it was yesterday. But you grab it, you put a good amount of weight on it. You got like a Shaggy from Scooby-Doo kind of slouch of just like with your walking stick. And you guys kind of start making your way out of the cabin. So from here,
I'm sorry. As we leave my cabin, I want to say to Poppy, what if we just tell everyone we should do group rock climbing so we can all bond as a camp or something?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, they don't have to know that anything's in that cave. They don't know. There was nothing in the cave, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you think Malcolm will be okay to not do something survival based?
I think this is very survival based if you word it correct.
Sure.
Let me handle Malcolm, and
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't like to talk.
yeah, I'll take care of that. If you want to chat up Boney about it, maybe have some more of that weed on hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
That may help.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
idea.
All right, let's go chat him up.
Okay.
Awesome. So you guys leave the cabin and go to find. I'm sorry. Who was it that you were going to find? Boney or Malcolm?
Whoever first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Neither
Malcolm,
one of us are totally settled. I think we're both easy to find.
Yeah. I will say, Malcolm, you have essentially decided for the group that you're going to forage. Are you confronting your campers about that at all? Or are you just making that decision and going with it?
Oh yeah, basically he's just gonna tell them that that's what we're doing.
Okay. Honestly, they seem quite relieved at that mention. So they go over to Karaki and kind of let her know, while Poppy and Telly are talking, and she gets you like some hose, as well as just like some hand gardening tools and stuff.
Zach, this is a kids show. Don't talk about the hose.
Yeah, take it easy there, Ludicrous.
Oh my gosh.
This is the level of humor you brought me.
This is atrocious.
They brought
Okay.
them from 2 counties over. These hoes are from different area codes.
Awesome. So she gets some hand gardening tools. That better? Is that better, Ben?
No, it's not better because I can't make fun of that.
He retrieved 2 ground scrapers.
Thank you.
There we go.
And so she kind of gathers some of these things for you guys and hands them over. Boney, have you decided, or are you referring to your campers as far as a decision is concerned?
I'm gonna talk to my campers and say, hey, dude, that little dudette, I'm sorry for disappearing. You know, sometimes, gotta speak, I guess, I'm sure you get it. Hey, so I was personally thinking rock climbing today, or if the other counselors are up to it, there's a side project that is totally safe, but I think for this one specifically, Elias is very well tuned for. What do you two think?
Yeah, I mean, I like, and Elias was like, well, we were talking about tracking, and then Reagan kind of looks just like rock climbing. Is there, what's like what's the equipment situation looking like with the rock climbing? What are we doing there?
You know, I do not know of the equipment. I was not told about the equipment. I mean, what kind of equipment do you think Nat Camp has generally? Because I feel like, I don't really. Oh yeah, go ahead,
Rock
Reagan.
climbing. Reagan's like all for the rock climbing, and Elias is like, either way, like seems to both options seem pretty up his alley. So what would you? You're the counselor, so.
Okay. Let's at least start with rock climbing, and then we can work on the special project later. In fact, let me find the Poppy and everyone else, because they're part of the special project too. We gotta get this organized, and then we can get to the planning. Well, not the planning, just the doing.
And Reagan's like, all right, I'll go get the stuff then. And she kind of hustles over to Karaki to inquire about the rock climbing and getting like kind of the equipment. So she's getting set up with that. You know, she's like kind of giving her a couple backpacks that have some ropes and you know, things like Gregory's and cams and stuff like that. All these cool little mechanical kind of tools that people use for rock climbing.
I'm gonna tell you less. I didn't want to disappoint him, but I was just gonna use my hands. I thought that's what everyone did.
No, like rock climbing, dude. Like, do you just use your hands to climb a cliff face? Like,
well, yeah, I got that's the way to do it. Like, it's not fun if there's a net down there. It's like playing on easy mode. Plus, like I got big hands that are good at grabbing rocks.
but like, we don't want to die.
Listen, if you believe the grazing mustangs will protect you. Besides, I mean, I haven't died. Yeah, okay, I have died yet, but that was unrelated to rock climbing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use the equipment.
It's cool, dude. Hey, when you're big and strong like me, you can go barehanded.
Seems like Reagan is also gonna use the equipment. Well, yeah. Okay. Just like very kind of weirded out that you wouldn't use some of this, like the harnesses and the ropes and stuff like that.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Awesome. So you know, Elias heads over as well, get some of those bags and stuff. And then you were looking for Poppy and Telly.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I mean, you see them. They kind of they exit from Telly's cabin. Poppy's wearing his sweatshirt and or one of his sweatshirts, and yeah, they just kind of exit the cabin.
I'm gonna look at Poppy and Telly, see Poppy wearing Telly's sweatshirt. Oh, okay. I get why you were a little late now.
I flip him off. I'm like, oh, off, dude.
Oh, but what? Oh. Okay, dude. You can see how I assumed that. Like, can't walking around in the dude's is like your hoodie. That's
Are your legs tired? Are your legs tired from jumping to these broad conclusions, you dick?
Hey, dude.
Sorry. I'm tired. I didn't eat. I apologize. That was uncalled for. Poppy, we're telling.
I was cold.
My cabin's cold. My cabin's cold.
Oh.
Do you want to go find a dragon egg?
Oh yeah, we're good. Yeah, I got a camper who's good at finding animals, so that's very good. Although I told
I'm
him
good
that
with
rock.
animals.
What's that?
I'm good with animals.
Exactly, which means more the merrier. I told him we're gonna do rock climbing too, though. Like, are those like compatible at all, or?
Yes. Yeah, I would actually recommend bringing some gear for that. That may help.
Everyone is all about this gear. What happened to the good old fun of like feeling the rocks with your fingers and not knowing what's happened next? Am I the only one who used to do this barehanded?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The gears probably wouldn't fit me anyway, so I can do it my way. But so wait, do you think the dragon's in the cliff?
A form of dragon is definitely somewhere.
Or was fluttering in the rocks, or because he said it's going on rock climbing?
Yeah, so rock climbing, but not up.
Oh, like spelunking.
Spelunking. Yeah. Yeah.
Spelunking.
We're
Okay,
going
cool.
spelunking. We can have the kids look for like gems. That would be fun.
Cool. Yeah, dude, let's do it. I think the same gear applies. Let's go. I'm just gonna lean down the telly and just whisper, "Listen, dude. I know I jumped to conclusions, but the fact you are so disgusted might even so like that's not cool to Beth. Like that you were so taken aback."
It's yeah, it's less about that and more just about the general vibe today. I'm sorry.
It's the water, isn't it?
It's probably I'm not gonna blame you, but yeah, in a roundabout way, I think it's the water probably isn't helping.
It's all your fault.
It's all my hey. It wasn't it kind of funny though.
No.
No, not at all.
Well,
I'd hit you with a ray of frost right now, but I don't want to be rude.
I thought I was dying for at least 5 minutes of what happened last night. And then the rest was just catching my breath. We should get rock climbing gear.
Who's going where right now?
I'm probably collecting my campers and going off with Poppy and Telly. Although,
So
on the way there, I want to point out the Black Dragon tracks to Elias and say that's what we're following.
okay, so all right, so the three of you with all of your campers are going to try and go rock climbing all together.
Yes.
Can I ask,
Okay.
Does Malcolm notice that all three of them are like going off somewhere together with all their campers?
You can see that. It seems like they all, while you were getting your foraging equipment and gear, they all just kind of made the decision to go rock climbing all together, or spelunking in this case, however you guys want to do it. But yeah, so I guess you do see that. Is there anything you want to do? Do you want to change things? Do you want to keep going with what you're doing, or?
Can I run over and ask them what they're doing?
Yeah. So you run over to their group. I mean, it's kind of like free time right now. So
Okay.
you run over to kind of the big group of campers and counselors.
Just curious, how are all of you training your campers today?
Dude, I think my campers are the best, not gonna lie.
Oh, I just realized I ran from. Children, come over here. Come where I am. Over this way.
Oh, okay. And they kind of hustle their way over, and they're like, "Are we still going foraging, or?"
We're
Yeah.
going Kaplunking.
Kerplunking.
Yeah, Kaplunking. That thing when there's a hole in the mountain, you go inside. Tell me, is that what it's called?
Honestly, I can't. Kerplunking sounds right to me for some reason, and I can't remember the actual word.
Spelunking.
Yes, spelunking. What the hell? Yeah, we're doing that. If you want to go like rock climbing, but down.
Oh, well, obviously I can climb rocks.
I can become a spider and go in small holes.
That's great, Poppins. Anyway, I was gonna take my camper foraging, but
I mean,
it
there's-
seems like you might require some leadership and supervision on this adventure.
Yeah, that sounds great. Honestly, you'd be a huge asset to the group. And there's also stuff you can forage in caves.
Thank you. I
Would
think
be,
I would be an asset. Yes, I would.
You would be a metaphorically large asset, dude.
What's that supposed to mean?
I
don't know. They taught me what metaphorically means a while ago, but I forgot.
Can I whack Boney with my walking stick like subtly?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
100% deserve it.
Metaphorically large.
There was a bug.
Malcolm just mumbles under his breath.
Awesome. So you guys, Karaki's kind of seeing all this, just like, all right, awesome. So everybody's gonna be kind of doing the same thing. It looks like you're gonna be spelunking, not rock. Oh, I guess you have to climb back out. So that's one way to do it. You know, rappel down, climb up.
Karaki, maybe we keep our tools so that I can train my campers in melee weapons as we progress up the.
Of course.
You know what?
Thank you.
I think all our campers could benefit from that. Honestly, Malcolm is very skilled at this.
Yes, I mean they all should learn how to defend themselves from monsters and creatures and such.
Let's all go to Thero's little cabin place. All you kiddos, gonna be getting some basic weapons and stuff. If you're spelunking on campgrounds, it's a little bit different than just the rock climbing that was kind of expected. So it might be a little more dangerous. And for that, we're going to be sending Olaf with you. Actually, I know it's kind of weird, but you know, he has a way with the underground stuff here. So let's head over to Thero, get some stuff. I'll get the rest of the climbing, rappelling gear, and we'll get to it.
I mean, I do too. I have a way with underground stuff. I live in a mountain. I don't know why we need the other guy to come, but fine.
And so she goes to get more climbing stuff, as well as to get Olaf. You guys are kind of ushered towards Thero's place. And as you get closer, it's almost like he knew. He's already kind of gathering some of these, like some daggers and some short swords and, small bucklers and, stabs and stuff like that, just for the kids to have, just for self-defense. And kind of hooks them all up with what they want. For the most part. So Reagan just gets like a dagger, but also gets some components to kind of tinker with. Elias gets like a short bow. Ophelia gets a spell casting focus. Caroline gets I guess like a kind of more spell casting focus, more so like a wand rather than like a staff kind of thing. Biff and Gif. Biff gets a short sword, whereas Gif gets a hammer. Jude gets kind of like this tome, or she has one, but like it's kind of like a beefier one. And Enos gets a sword and shield. So kind of hooking you guys up, and Thero looks to you. He's like, "Oh, you still have that head of the thing that you got yesterday?"
Yeah, I dropped it off earlier. How's it looking?
It's looking good. So here, I know I said I'd give you guys some stuff. And I know you're about to go on this little shindig here, so here you go. And he gives you a little circlet with 4 almost like see-through, as like iridescent see-through pearls on it. There's 4 of them. He's like, here you go. Only take one off at a time. When you throw it on the ground, it'll put something up to protect you, or protect the little ones, however you want to use it.
So these tiny things are shields?
In a way, yeah. They're like little barriers. You just throw it down in front of you, and a little barrier pops up.
Insta wall.
Exactly. But there you go. There's that for the head. And yeah, I'm gonna hook the rest of your little ones off with the stuff that they need.
That's more like it. This is much better than gardening tools. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and then there's Karaki. And Karaki comes on over with Olaf. Malcolm, can you roll a perception for me?
Yes. Okay, so I don't think I have a bonus for that at all. Okay, so it's just 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah.
He's Olaf, when you look at him, first glance, I mean, he's kind of familiar, but like, you know, dwarves, the beard, the, you know.
Let's say it, Zach. They all look alike.
They all look alike. No, it's like there's no truly defining feature that you can kind of like pick out. He's just kind of another dwarf. But awesome. So, great. So you guys are kind of getting hooked up. Karaki presents you with the rest of the kind of rappelling and climbing gear, and kind of leans in. It's like, Thero and the counselors, can I speak with you guys right over here with Olaf really quick? And she just kind of like takes a couple steps away. She's like, just play with your weapons, kids. Get used to them. You might need to use them. And it kind of creates a little huddle off to the side for you guys to join.
Okay, kids, remember, when playing with weapons, half swing. If you cheat in practice, you cheat in the real thing. So go at them. Just stick sword out, but no wimpy half swings. I want to see some great things when I come back.
No murders.
Caroline or Ophelia, you're on healer duty if that happens, which don't listen to that advice, but should anyone listen to that advice, please help them.
Okay.
Malcolm still doesn't know the names of his campers, which is why he keeps calling them children. Children, if we're to be real combat, you would want to aim for the neck. That's where there's a lot of vulnerable parts there. But we'll talk. I'll just leave it there. We'll talk later.
No murdering each other.
Yes, what Poppin said. No murdering.
Yeah, do not leave it where you left it, but please end it at no murdering.
Yeah, in retrospect, that's a better place to end it.
Awesome. So you guys kind of join the huddle. The kids are getting used to their weapons. And so, you know, everybody's kind of in, just like, all right, so I was given the information last night from Thero, and he's just kind of nodding along. It's like that you guys found a bit of a dragon egg. And then I also heard about the issue.
Did?
Yep. And
No.
What?
I don't think we did find that.
I don't think so.
I told him about the big dragon. I don't think I wasn't there for the egg to tell him though.
What egg?
There's an egg?
Egg. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have misheard. Either way, there's still like you guys came across an issue with the dragon. And so I guess this is a good segue. You might find some eggs or, littler dragons. So I'm just going to lay it all out there right now. This camp does have dragons. There are dragons on the camp.
They're so cute.
Whoa, crazy. Oh, shit. That you knew we saw one. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, we did see a dragon.
Are we like, all the dragons are friendly though?
So technically, dragons, they are very intellectual beings. There's an understanding that they play nice and we play nice and everything is a-okay.
Is there some sort of armistice written out? And is that in writing?
Nothing necessarily written out, but there is.
I would like a dragon.
I don't believe you can just get a dragon, but we can.
I want a dragon.
Poppins, it sounds like they're sentient beings. I'm not sure if you could have one as a pet.
They are, yes, very intellectual sentient beings. As for anything written out, there is nothing written out, but there is a very strong verbal understanding between the owners of the camp and the dragons that everything should be good.
I raise my hand.
Yes, Telly.
So in good, like in the definition of good within that, would that be like burning down the band camp that we just took Breezy to? Is that within the agreement? No. Okay.
So.
Yeah, because there was one definitely doing that.
Yes. Do you happen to know what color it was? It's going to tell us a lot based on that. What color might be? Do you know?
It was black.
Yeah, and everything in the camp was on fire, so I don't know.
Seems we might have found our culprit for a couple of the issues going on. So, in your little spelunking adventure here, which I love, very creative to kind of break the mold here of the options presented to you, it is known that black dragons lay their eggs in little caves, in kind of like little cesspools of toxic water. And so what we need from you guys, if you're able to, and this should be very fun for the campers too, as they now have weapons and can defend themselves, we need one of those eggs.
Why?
Why? You said I couldn't have one, and now you want one.
Oh, this is not for us to necessarily keep. Think of it as
Breakfast?
leverage.
Oh, leverage.
Sorry, you talked at the same time.
Eat a dragon. I don't want to eat a dragon.
We're not going to eat the dragon, Poppy. We're going to use the egg against the mommy and daddy dragon, so that they start to play nice. And
Hey, don't be patronizing with me, please. I just want a dragon.
I don't think ransom is allowed under the commonly accepted laws of war. I think that's frowned upon.
Given the fact that these are probably the last black dragons alive on the planet, we get the say.
That makes it more horrifying, actually.
Yeah, that actually made my stomach turn a little bit hearing that out loud.
Yeah, I don't feel good about this.
I'm sorry for the discomfort. So, let me paint a little picture here. The campgrounds, they're protected, right? So there's not too many people can tell us what to do on this private property. Now, how the world has shaken out a little bit. Monsters aren't nearly as much of a threat, right? Right. Like you're not, when you were in school, you weren't fighting monsters left and right outside of, some trials for a class and such. So what the owners of the camp have done essentially is created a place for some of these monsters to be safe under the understanding that they play nice. And playing nice means not burning down a camp. So
This is a zoo.
that was that's right.
This is a zoo. I get it.
Not necessarily a zoo.
Preservation?
Like a Jurassic Park situation.
A lot closer. Yeah. Because
Sorry,
you
that's
have to
copyrighted.
understand, a being much like a dragon, a highly intellectual, powerful being, it deserves life as much as you and I. There's no reason that they should be hunted for sport or anything like that. But
Just their eggs.
was that sorry?
Just their eggs.
Well, no, not necessarily. But push comes to shove, if they're not willing to play nice in the little safe haven that they have, then it puts them in a position to be excluded, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, why risk it all for one breed of dragon when there's so many others that are at stake as well?
I feel like you're working up to a part where you're gonna say we have to do it because of the indentured servant situation.
That's not necessarily true.
It
I mean,
does
if
feel
you would
like
like,
it's going
you could,
there.
I think he's working up to that.
No. I mean, if you would like, if you just want to go rock climbing, Olaf and I can go and try and do this ourselves.
No, I want to
since-
go do it. I want to go.
Yeah,
See
I was
that.
just gonna say, since you're already gonna go spelunking anyway, this seems like something that you want to be a part of, given your interest in bringing it up to us and such. We just figured we'd give you the option.
Do you always smile that wide when you talk about kidnapping someone's young?
Not all the time.
Let's just do it. I don't think we got a choice here.
Yeah,
You totally do.
one question though. Honestly, if it's between using an egg as leverage and sending all of our campers to die fighting a giant dragon, this is probably the better choice. What happens if years go by, we keep this egg and it hatches?
It's not going to be a years go by type situation. I promise you that. Let's
So
put it this way. When you
We're conceived.
in a society,
Uh-oh.
you're expected not to kill people, right? Just in public. You're not supposed to do that, or else there are repercussions, right?
Unless they attack you,
Right.
then you can kill them.
So, in this circumstance, there's no prison for dragons. You have to resolve the issues by other means.
Like put them in a zoo.
Well,
preservation.
preservation.
A preservation.
They get to do whatever they want so long as they follow the very few rules that were placed in front of them. One of those being
So just
not
don't burn down a music camp.
right.
I'm getting it. Yeah,
You're picking
all right.
it up.
So
Thank you.
side concern, and I look over to Ophelia, and then I look back and I say, you understand how this may look bad to certain members of your camp, especially, right?
I totally get that. And that is a conversation I would love to have with her.
Okay, if you're gonna take that heat, yeah, sure, whatever.
100%. Because it's either we do it this way, we solve it on our own, or things might just have to get a little bit more dicey. We pull in the owners of the camp.
Yeah,
try and-
no, I get it. Like Malcolm said, we don't have much of a choice here, it seems, so.
Yeah, kind of do. I'm just kind of giving you the option to go do it. If you want to go rock climbing. But if you're going spelunking and you have an interest in this dragon, why not present it to you, right?
Yeah, that's fair. The illusion of choice is appreciated.
It is 100% your choice.
Well,
You don't have to be a part of this.
I choose to do it.
I'll go. Everyone else is doing it.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just bored. I want to go adventuring.
Great. Awesome. All right. So I will send Olaf with you guys. He is very knowledgeable of some of the mines and shafts.
I
and
don't want him to
caves
come
and stuff. Why not?
because I don't like new people, and I'm very overwhelmed even now. So like, it's kind of like you're disrespecting my mental illness.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. What I feel. Let's work with I feel statements here. Very important. So everybody feels heard.
I feel like I don't want him to come, and I'm gonna scream.
I feel like.
Oh, I apologize.
Go on, Kelly. How do you feel?
I feel as though overwhelming Poppy may overwhelm multiple people in the group, and Malcolm is very experienced, and Boney is a caster to a degree. I can cast to a degree.
My finger is just in my teeth right now, picking something up because I zoned out.
It's also not ridiculously far from camp, and it's not far off the main trail. I believe we may be able to handle it ourselves if you're willing to trust us. And I would like to, could I use persuasion on that?
Sure. Yeah. Can you roll persuasion?
Yes. $20 non-natural.
Oh wow.
Woo! All right. She is very excited to hear that. It seems like you guys are on board. And so she's like, that sounds fantastic. Olaf, I'm sorry, but it seems that your prowess is not needed today. Thank you very much.
I guess, is there like a walkie-talkie set up that if things go bad, we should definitely reach out to you, right? Like, we want you to be involved. So
yeah. So let me give you this. And she hands you a stone. It has like an ear on one side and a mouth on the other. And she's like, this is a sending stone. So they're pretty cheap. So you can send something one way and receive it only works a couple of times and then it like breaks kind of. But in an emergency, in case you need any help or anything like that, use this and one of us will swing on through and help you guys out or do anything that you need. So you have this.
Copy. I'll take that rock. Are we still doing I feel statements? I feel so like my body is so itchy because I have not done any strenuous physical activity in over 10 minutes. Can we go?
Okay. I feel like you guys are just the best. And I'm very excited to work with you. That's how I feel.
Man, I feel like I haven't had booze in forever. Is that what we're doing?
all right, let's go.
I
spelunking.
feel like I want to be a horse right now, and then I become a horse.
Okay, you turn into a horse. Awesome. She's
I
like,
feel like I will take point, and just he starts walking.
I feel
All right,
like we should load the gear on Poppy's horseback.
Poppy, do you let that happen?
Yay! Yes, I let it happen.
Okay. Awesome. So all this
They
gear
actually
kinda
means
gets-
yes.
all the gear gets strapped down to Poppy, and you know, Karaki, Olaf, and Thero kind of see you guys off, and you go, and you start kind of making your way towards where the dragon egg is located. Along the way, is there anything that you guys are wanting to be doing in this little? There's a big group of you now, so travel is a bit slower. So where before it would probably take you like a 2 hours to get to that little cave, where it was like a smaller group of you, it's probably gonna take you like closer to 3 or 4, because it's a whole bunch of kids, so they're either like racing ahead, slowing way down to check stuff out. Everybody and their mother has to go to the bathroom and all that stuff. And Telly is not feeling awesome. He's probably walking the slowest of everybody.
Can I go down to Poppy? No, Poppy, see me to Telly. It's yo, dude, I still feel a little bad about the water, even though it was hilarious. I give him the little field amulet that Thero gave me. Honestly, you're gonna be better with this anyways. I lose things like all the time. Plus, honestly, if something bad happens, I'm just gonna hit it till it goes away. You're better at this stuff.
Oh, okay, thanks. Is he like sweaty? Do I notice him? Is he like showing any signs of being kind of tired? Is it hot?
Boney?
Yes.
Here, Boney, can you roll a Constitution?
Sure.
It's going to be a DC 5. So
My dice fell into a bunch of other dice, so I'm gonna roll something else.
you roll that bad boy.
I rolled a 2, and my Constitution's +2.
Okay, so you're F4. It's pretty hot out today. It's kind of weighing down on a lot of the kids, yourself included. Your armor, it's like the sun on the metal. It's like kind of heating you up.
Not gonna lie,
so-
dude. The chainmail feels a little rough right now, but it's something I can't handle.
So Telly, yeah, Boney, he's got a sweat to him. He's probably not. He doesn't seem like tired, but like he's sweating. Whether that's from the weather, from physical exertion, you can't necessarily tell. But that's kind
Can
of.
I pull my water skin out and offer it to him, and at the same time, kind of distract him from remembering what's in it by pulling my one hitter out of my fanny pack and like gleaming it at him and being like, if we have to stop and take a piss at some point and get away from the group, and I wink.
Awesome. So Telly offers you some water. Do you take it? Do you take the water?
No, I feel like I want to roll to see if I fall for this.
Okay.
I want to
So you grab the water. I'll say you grab the water. Can you roll insight at disadvantage?
Yes.
Is there anything I should roll against him?
Yeah. Can you roll deception?
I rolled 11 with the disadvantage.
Nice.
I rolled a 17 with disadvantage.
Damn. All right, Boney, that one hitter it's like you grab it, you are going to put the water up to your mouth, and you're like, I can't help but think. He pulls the one hitter out, and you're like, that sounds very nice, as you just down some of the water there. Awesome. Awesome.
I'm just proudly parade to the very, very front now.
Great.
Like,
You just
okay,
that
dudes.
water.
I feel so done the flesh. Like, okay, dudes, follow me.
So yeah, can you roll a Constitution for me?
And I
Roll
want to walk
Constitution.
up. I want to walk up behind Malcolm and be like, "Check this out. Watch this."
Gonna roll Constitution to avoid making a Constitution. I'm rolling crap today. 9.
A 9. Okay.
All of my dice are betraying me.
Awesome. Great. Okay, cool. That water didn't go down awesome. I mean, it was refreshing. Don't get me wrong. Water is water. So, you're kind of sweaty and stuff like that. It was good. It didn't hit in the tummy very well. Maybe it was just like the eggs and toast, or that was like kind of like the first water you probably had that day. So it's like, all right, kind of like sitting in the tummy weird.
I don't feel so good.
But yeah. And then is there anything that anybody else would like to do as you kind of travel along here, Malcolm and Poppy?
No, I'm just being a horse.
Okay.
I think Malcolm wants to like put on full like predator camo, like he's just smearing mud on himself.
You're just going full ghillie, just trying to, yeah, awesome. So you do that as you guys are kind of walking. So a good, little chunk of the day goes by as you guys are traveling along that path that you are now very familiar with, as this is like your third or fourth traverse down it. And let's roll for those two. Great. As you get closer to the trailhead, without, and this is only because they rolled a 20, Biff and Gif beeline it for the cave. It's something they're familiar with. They've already been here once before. They're like, oh, we're going back. And they just book it to the cave and disappear into the trees and into the cave before you guys can really truly react, as you have a bunch of other kids around you. What is your first reaction?
I'm probably just gonna ignore it and point out the black dragon tracks on the way to Elias. Like, okay, dude, this is what we're looking for. Do you recognize what they are, or?
And he kind of crouches down to investigate. Malcolm and Poppy, what are you guys doing as your reaction?
I want to stop being a horse and tell the kids to slow down.
All right, so you poof out of hoarseness. All of the gear that was kind of strapped to you just immediately falls to the ground as you are significantly smaller than a horse. So you just kind of slip right through all of like the straps and ropes and stuff like that. Yeah, you proceed to holler. Can you roll, or I guess, what do you say to them or yell after them?
I yell, slow down.
Are you trying to be like intimidating, persuading?
More just like matter of fact.
Okay. Here, can you roll a persuasion?
Yes.
I'm picking up the gear.
Okay. Tally's picking up.
That is a 3.
They maybe didn't hear you, maybe didn't care, but they're gone.
Okay. I'm
And
such a
then
great counselor.
Malcolm, are you doing anything in reaction to this?
I'm gonna just tell all the campers, please ready your weapons. There's obviously hostiles in this cave. Just remember the pointy part is the stabby part. That's the point. You want to be pointing towards the enemy. Stay close. Pay attention. Let's go.
All right. So they do their best to kind of create a little bit of a formation, not anything professional by any means, but they kind of clump up, more so behind you guys. And as you approach, those of you who went into the cave, so Poppy and Telly, you guys, you kind of get your bearings together, and you go after them. You poke your head, just looking into the cave, and the topography of it is completely different. There are no more pools of water. It looks like something came in and just scraped it all down and then burrowed, creating one of those passages that Poppy went through, and made it significantly larger. And you can only imagine that it was the adult. And from there, we can probably call it.
Flea market flannel and a pair of Wrangler jeans, if you know what I mean. He's got a pair of old boots, he's kicked every rock down the street. Yeah, you know what I mean. He wants to be a cowboy. Yeah, he calls himself Redneck Sid. He's just looking for adventure, picking fights with the neighbor kids. Yeah, he dreams about the outlaws, 6 shooters and spitting blue, starting fires in his front lawn. You can tell he's not fitting in.
What are you doing invading a room? Just passing through. Who's stealing? No.
A little bit older now, he's wishing he was dead, smoking Marlboro Reds, but the feeling never lasts. He's skipping classes on Monday and getting drunk with his buddies. And he still wants to be a cowboy, but now he calls himself Heartthrob Sid. He's just looking for adventure, getting trashed with the neighbor kids. He dreams of Becky and her blonde hair. Man, her parents really hated him. He's doing donuts in their front yard. You can tell he doesn't give a shit.
Where you here from? No place in particular?
There's no horses in Pittsburgh.
Where you heading for? No place special?
He's got no pasture to roam.
Oh, shadow.
And I'm trapped in the suburbs.
Well, it's all right to live
In
on
a
the horse if it's your
modular